What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. So we got a few posts from Sarah Fields. Make sure y'all go follow Sarah Fields. I tell people this every video, and I tell y'all for a reason. I tell y'all this because if y'all follow, I know a lot of y'all subscribe to me. Obviously because me, but about Karmelo. And in this case, and been following up a lot. But when I tell y'all that Sarah Fields goes the extra mile and does a lot when it comes to these different cases, especially this Karmelo Anthony case, I'm telling y'all, on top of it, doing everything. So make sure y'all go follow Sarah Fields. Not even gonna lie. Got here breaking. Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis announced today that Collin County Grand Jury has indicted Karmelo Anthony. So I know we played this video before. Played this video multiple times. Basically just stating, what happened. More so what happened within this whole thing and indicting Karmelo Anthony. But when I tell y'all that is so much stuff that has came out that I've seen tonight, it's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even say tonight. This morning, it's 5 o'clock in the morning right now. I don't know why I decide to do videos at this time. I barely get sleep. I be on go a lot. Actually took a little cool hour and a half nap earlier. Not even gonna lie, and it felt amazing. So I'm glad to be up. So good morning to y'all. Let's get started. We got Karmelo Anthony submitted a packet, a digit packet to the Collin County Court requesting court-appointed legal representation as an indigent defendant. Says, however, just 24 hours ago, the Anthony family updated their Give, Send, Go campaign to reflect a need to raise an additional $1.4 million for a legal team. Telling y'all, pretty crazy. Says Karmelo Anthony's mother, Kayla Hayes, who managed to Give, Send, Go, stated on April 17th, 2 months ago, that they just had gained access to the funds. Y'all remember that? It was literally during their the press conference, whatever they had going on. That Dominique Alexander, this right here. Here we go. Sarah Fields, I'm telling y'all, she's on it.
And it still takes.
The crazy thing is as I'm sitting here talking about this, I didn't even know this was right here. As I'm sitting here talking about this, literally Sarah posted it down here of what I'm talking about.
We were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made.
So she said that. I mean, there's nothing, anything that's posted, when it comes, and I know y'all probably like, you glazing, you talking about Sarah. I'm being so serious, bro. Anything that's posted, I mean, it's the receipts is all there. I'm seeing her like, y'all remember that video, and literally the video is right here commented. She put down right here. It says, according to the source, the current known attorney, Mike Howard, is more than likely charging a retainer fee of $10,000 to $30,000 and charges of $400 to $500 per hour. Where did the money go? Why do they need $1.4 million? Will they be granted and an appointed attorney with a Give, Send, Go of this magnitude? Is this considered fraud? When I tell y'all that it's like it's literally like, I'm not even over exaggerating. It's literally like it's something every single day. It's literally like it's something every single day. Got it here. As breaking, Karmelo has been granted indigent status, meaning now he's legally considered broke and unable to afford legal representation, despite raising $500,000 plus $500,000 in donations. I'm telling y'all. And if people don't believe me, it's literally right here. The new goal. I'm telling y'all, it's getting crazy. It's definitely getting crazy. They're barely raising money, and I feel like a lot of people are starting to catch on. Either they're starting to catch on, or like I said before in multiple videos, y'all heard what I said. And it's not to throw anybody down. It's not to talk crazy about anybody, because I get it. If anybody, like, I get it, like, I understand, I've been there, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of people that are donating are some people that's struggling. I feel like they're people that are donating to Karmelo Anthony, and they're doing it just because they're made it out to be this whole race thing. Let me put this comment down. Let me do this so I can make people mad because of this whole race. It's more of that when they're struggling themselves. So, you know, it's definitely a lot to think about, you know, when it comes to that. I'm telling y'all. Out of your update, Karmelo Anthony granted indigent status, deemed unable to afford legal counsel despite raising $538,000 on Give Sim Go. Family sees $1.4 million more for defense and expensive public questions fund use. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of this, I feel like they've obviously spent money, you know, they say on the cars, the trucks, shoes, the this, that, and the other, you know, wrong things. But I also think that, and I know it's more so got a lot to do with that Dominique Alexander too. Mind you, that's the decision that they made. And I'm, by all means, do what you do. Do what you do. That's the person y'all pick. That's the person y'all want to speak for y'all and do this and do that. Do what you do. I'm telling y'all, do what you do. There's a big update on Karmelo Anthony's case. The family just suspended their Give Sim Go fundraiser, which has raised over $500,000 to cover way more than just legal fees. Now they're including safe relocation due to threats, plus basic living expenses, transportation, counseling, security measures that comes after Karmelo, a 17-year-old, of what he did. I'm telling y'all, it's literally sickening. I'm not even gonna lie. It says they actually blew this AF post. They actually blew through all the donated money. Says incredible. After raising $540,000, Karmelo Anthony requested a taxpayer funded public defender. This right here is absolutely insane. I'm not even gonna lie. This right here is absolutely insane. Then they got on a press conference and lied. Then they just raised the goal to $1.4 million. I'm telling y'all. But as we keep going, you know, within this video, I've stated multiple times that people were trying to look for this. Y'all can find this video cbsnews.com. Y'all can just put in CBS News Texas, and I apologize. My allergies are literally crazy today. I'm talking about crazy, so I do apologize. We have two dogs. We got a Frenchie, a tricolor Frenchie, and then we got a Brindle Cane Corso. And when I tell y'all they got my allergies messed up bad, they do. But y'all can find this video. Just type in Karmelo Anthony, CBS News, Texas, and y'all can find it. But I told people multiple times that there were reporters, there were journalists that got to see the video, and they only got to explain what happened. They couldn't record the video. They couldn't share the video or anything like that. But let's check it out together.
Frisco ISD is releasing surveillance video of the stabbing at the track meet that led to the death of a student back in April, but only under very strict conditions. So through open records, they will allow whoever requests it to view that video, but no recording whatsoever is allowed. On that note, we sent our I-Team producer, Kelsey Mittauer, to watch that video. She joins us now in studio to walk us through what you saw. We're going to go in order here in just a second, Kelsey. But in general terms, what did the video depict? What did you see? It shows everything from the moments leading up to the stabbing to the medical response to then the beginning of the police investigation. Okay, and it lasted several minutes is what they showed you. It did, about 30 minutes. Okay, so let's start in the beginning now and talk a little bit about what you saw at the front end of that video, because you got to see the attack, the actual stabbing took place. So it starts, I started watching about 9:53. The camera shows half of the field. So it's about from the 50-yard line on, and the tent where it happened was kind of right in front of the 50-yard line, but the camera is down here. Okay. It's positioned across the field. So everybody in the video, you can tell there are kids or adults, but no one's identifiable. So a long shot is what you're saying. A long shot, yeah.
Mind y'all, I've told y'all, bro. This would gets, I'm telling y'all, this what makes my you get the chills. I've told y'all, there's over 30 witnesses. There's over 30 witnesses between coaches, staff, students that were all around that area that I'm telling y'all, bro cooked. When I say he cooked, you get in there, yeah, it's over with. So a couple minutes in, and you actually see the altercation take place.
Yes, everything leading up to it, everyone's milling about. It seems very normal, and then right at 9:55, that's when there's this explosive movement or action between two people under the tent, and that's when the employees in the room told me that's when the stabbing happened at 9:55.
Right, and you were talking about people kind of start to scatter at that moment. Obviously, something went wrong. And so what happens next? Because now, a little bit later on, that's when the ambulance ambulance shows up.
Right. So when the ambulance arrives, it actually comes through near the end zone at the gate, and then it comes up to the 50-yard line directly in front of the tent. You can see Austin Metcalf is right here. But then when they pull up close to the tent, they realize that they can't get the stretcher to him because of the barrier of the bleachers. So at that point, then the paramedics have to get out, and then they have to walk all the way back to the end zone. This is actually, on the next slide. They have to go all the way back to the end zone and then come all the way back. That takes another couple of minutes. So at this point, they've arrived and they are actively working on Metcalf at that point.
And we want to reiterate, we're using some imagery here to sort of denote exactly what was happening here, these little icons that were using the ambulance, because, again, the video was not able to be released. You're watching all of this happen, Kelsey, and you're watching the time sort of elapse. What are you thinking about when you see this, especially when you see sort of the issues in getting Metcalf out of there?
I mean, I understand why it happened the way it happened. They were still working on him, actually. The thing that really struck me is they're working on him, and that's when you see the rain's coming down heavier, and then they actually pull out the blue tarp.
The blue tarp that we saw.
Right, and then I noticed the crime scene tape is already up. I was so focused on here, I didn't even see that, but they're building the crime scene actively around him as they're continuing to work on him in the bleachers.
So that was happening while he was still there?
Yes, he's in the bleachers.
And in closing here, because we know that several minutes had elapsed, and people are sort of scurrying in different areas, what do we know about the suspect in the stabbing, Karmelo Anthony, and his whereabouts?
So I asked the women in the room, the employees, I said, of everybody on this screen, is Karmelo Anthony in here? And they said, we couldn't tell you, we don't know. And honestly, it was so hard. Once it happened, there's people going this way, that way, this way, and this way. So it was just hard to know what direction he headed.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much.
Let me tell y'all something. Multiple people making it out to be and saying that it was no physical altercation at all at first. It was more so words, and then Karmelo did what he did, which is very crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Very crazy, very sad. But, like I said, there's new information that always comes out every single day. Again, Sarah Fields, who I told y'all to follow, which y'all should, because, again, great information. There seems to be confusion regarding the track meet policy for Frisco. Below is the school policy regarding team tents. State qualifiers. The result from your regional meet serves certification to the UIL state meet. Schools must scratch an individual or change team members utilizing the UIL forms online. You can go through all of this and see, literally everything about it. Got it here about the school tent. School team tents must be set up in a designated area. See map for details. Each tent space is assigned to a specific team. May not be shared with other schools. Access to the event area where team tents are located restricted to meet official staff, event volunteers, athletes with proper credentials. Tent setup may begin on Friday afternoon. So, got it here. What I just said, school tents must be set up in a designated area. Each tent space is assigned to a team and may not be shared with other schools. So, I hope this helps to clarify the confusion and arguments regarding where Karmelo was supposed to be in, quotations, where it was supposed to be on that fateful day. Says track team members are not to be under an opposing team's tent, which then again, things definitely come out. Says possession of prohibited items, fireworks, any kind, smoke, stink bombs, razor, box cutter, chain, a look-like weapon, an air gun, BB gun, any type of look-alike of that, ammunition, a hand instrument designed to cut, stab, anything like that, firearm, silencer, suppressor, a location, restricted knife, a club, a firearm, stun gun, knuckles, a pocket knife, other small knives, mace, pepper spray, matches, lighter, laser pointer, any of that, you can't have it. Regardless, you can't have it. As I say, you could. I'm telling y'all. But like I said, more information comes out. Not even gonna lie. Can't wait for this right here. Can't wait for it. Karmelo Anthony. Here we go. According to multiple sources, his trial date is more likely not to be set until 2026. He is scheduled July 18th to appear. Now that the indictment is in place, the case, let me click on this video so y'all can see who I'm talking about. Now that this indictment is in place, the case has been assigned to 296 District Court under Judge John Roach. Roach has the authority to overturn the decision to reduce Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250,000. Yeah. Judge Roach is a conservative Republican. Handled the case of, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but a former Plano West senior high school student who plotted a mass shooting at Frisco's, one of the Frisco's locations, school locations. Sentenced him to 20 years in prison. Now, I haven't looked this case up, but it says planned or plotted. So you plotting on something, got 20 years in prison, bro. Let me tell y'all something. This judge ain't nothing to play with. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. When I read this, ain't nothing to play with. I don't know. I feel like it, like I ain't even trying to be funny. I just feel like it made me happy because it's like, you got a judge that I feel like didn't take it serious, reduced the bond to $250,000. And then you have a judge that, you know, clearly that it's a good chance that it's actually going to be fair. And when I say fair, as, you know, looking at the difference between right and wrong. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's going to be that. He has shown no leniency towards toward those who harm children. You know, I want to say what this case is, but I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But one thing about it has something to do with a child. And sentence the offender to life in prison without parole. So that should tell y'all, that's two cases I done talked about. And one, you got something to do with a child and got life in prison without parole. And then you got somebody plotting about something and got 20 years. That should tell y'all a lot. Handling business, doing what's right. I'm telling y'all. He's also has shown strong support for the veteran community. His term ends December 2026. 2026 will be an election year for him. You have another post saying, back when I worked for the Collin County Sheriff's Department, John Roach was not to be trifled with. Everyone knew this. He has been an attorney for a long time in Collin County. He is up for election, but is massively supported up here. He will win. He is a tough judge that will not let Karmelo Anthony slide. Y'all hear it. I'm telling y'all. And one thing about it, it's just something that you definitely want to keep on. That's why I keep on telling y'all to make sure y'all follow Sarah Fields to stay up on top of this. I will be talking more and more about it. Big shout out to her. And I thank her for making these posts. One thing about it is that she comes out with a great information. And I'm not even going to lie. Not trying to be funny, but she kind of makes my job a little bit easier. So I definitely got to get that big shout outs to her. And make sure y'all definitely go follow her. And, you know, this is definitely some great information, you know, definitely. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.